So, are we all crazy in the retro community? It's a Friday night, I've finished work, I've been at work all week. I sit down on the couch, I pick my phone up, typing away, open an app called Facebook, and immediately I'm drawn to Marketplace. Type in Amiga, I see an Amiga, not too far away, about 20 minutes drive, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't need any more, but let's just message anyway in case it's there, because it's got his box with it, and it might be a good buy, and maybe I can knock the price down a bit. Anyway, I sent a message, and lo and behold, they came back and said, yes, this is still available. Now, at this point, I've got two voices in my head. Do you like the angel and the devil on each side? One saying yes, one saying no. Of course, I used my common sense, and I went and bought the thing. So here you go. This is what I got. Was a Cartoon Classics. Can you just see that? Amiga 500 Plus. Now we all know how good the 500 Pluses are with the Varta batteries. So this could end up being an interesting fix, or it could end up on the junk pile with the rest of them. So let's hope this Amiga can be saved, because I really do need an Amiga, especially a 500 or 500 Plus. Obviously this has got the Varta Def battery in it, so who knows what's going to happen. So join me after the short break and we'll crack on with this. See you soon, guys. Okay, so welcome. Tonight is first night, it's Monday night, and I've got in from work and I've done a few things, etc. And what we're going to do, we're going to start work on this, the Amiga 500 Plus. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this Amiga stripped down. The reason I want to strip down is because of this, the 500 Plus. We all know it's got the Varta Def inside, so we need to take it apart and have a look what's going on inside. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but I never know. So I've picked this up because I need to get an Amiga working for the Amiga meets that we go to, run by the Yorkshire Amiga group. Great bunch of people. Shout out to you guys. So I'm just going to crack on, get this stripped down, so listen to some music while we can have a look and get inside it. So you can see already the battery's leaked around here. It's on the audio side here. It's on this bank of resistors here. This bank of resistors here. And the data path ones here, the 244Ns. Is it 244? Yeah, 244Ns. And the one here I think was another 244N. But those legs are green and crusty. At least it's complete, that's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to remove this hard drive, this floppy drive, and then remove the main board out, and we'll strip the board out so we can work on it. The underneath looks really nice with no corrosion, so that's a bonus. But on top, like I say, we've got this issue here where the battery was. So before I even try to start this up, I'm going to try and get this sorted. So here we are at the dreaded Varta battery. And you can see it's leaked all underneath. It's spewed out all of its alkali all over the, board. Like I say, some people think these are acidic, but they're not acidic, it's alkali. So to neutralise this, we need to put an acid on it, which I use white vinegar. So we'll see that in a bit when we clean it up. It should hopefully give a chemical reaction. So just going across the board here, you can see it's leaked over the audio filter there, over this band of resistors here. Also over this band of resistors here, it's over these wires. Any dark bits like this you can see. So here will probably have to be taken back and removed and then redone with some mask. It's over the legs of the data path here. These go down to the memory. It's over these legs. And over these legs, these 74 LS 373s and the 74 244Ns. If we need to lift any of them, we can lift them, and then we'd probably end up re-socketing them. Let's just see if we can get this board going first, because if we get it going, it'll be a lot easier. Down here is a lot cleaner, you can see. It's not reached down here. On the pins it has a little bit. I've seen a lot worse than this. There's nothing around Agnes here. Agnes is fine. There's Fat Agnes, or I think it's a fatter Agnes on this, which is a 2 meg one being the plus. So that's where we stand with this. So like I said before, we're going to be using some white vinegar. And I've got the best here, only Tesco distilled vinegar. So what we're going to do, we're going to dump some of this on the board, basically, around this area. And that's going to clean it off. But before we do this, what we want to do is cut this bloody thing off, yeah. We're going to snip it off. So I'm going to change camera angle so you can see a bit better why we get rid of this Varta. One less Varta is good. So hopefully you can see the Varta there in all its loveliness. So all I'm going to do is gently just snip it off, well, as gently as I can, using these snips. Just like so. So there is the Varta in all its loveliness snipped off, and then later we'll clean them up and snip them off. So now let's proceed to the cleaning cycle. So there's the vinegar on. You can see that it's reacting well. And we need to leave this on with 3 minutes to try and clean it all off. It's not as exciting as I thought, but there is a couple of reactions going on there. You can see slowly there's a few bubbles appearing. So we'll just leave it on for a few minutes and let it do its work, which is neutralising the alkali. You can see there, that's where it was. And the soda mask is just pouring away. But if you look at these chips here and everything, they all look, these resistors, they're all coming up good. The chip legs as well are coming up quite good. Obviously that one's still a bit green, but we'll carry on scrubbing. Next, what we'll do, we'll just get some IPA to wash the vinegar off. So we'll just rinse it off and give it a clean with IPA now. So, what's next, you may ask? Next is to clean this area up here. Now, for cleaning this up, we've got the good old staple wire brush. Well, not wire brush, sorry. Fiberglass pen. Okay, so I've cleaned the board off, I've wiped it off. I'm just going to go around and start trying to clean this off a bit more. I'm struggling a bit with this as it seems my fibre pen isn't that good. Now, I've cleaned this as best as I can with the fibre pen I've got. I'm going to have to get a different fibre pen and just basically clean this back down to copper. And then we can remask it. I just want to get this board going at the moment because I want an Amiga to take along to the Yorkshire Amiga group. So I bought this on the off chance it might work. I can clean the battery off, and I've got quite a few plans for this. I've had a lot of stuff arrive today for it, and I'm in talks with PCBWay for some other things as well to do an even bigger project on this. So that's to come anyway. So I expect to see this quite a lot in my videos. I've got quite a few plans for it. It's got to be my own personal Amiga, and like I said before, I've got lots of plans. So what we're going to do first is we just want to check these traces down here. If you don't know about this program, Amiga PCB, it's a must if you're doing Amiga repairs because it makes life so much easier. I used a similar thing on the Macintosh when I used to repair Macs. So what you can do is you can just select what you want to test. So I just want to test these traces here just for example, for continuity. So you select the start point here and then it'll highlight where it goes to. Can you see that? So you can click it and it'll highlight. So that one goes down there onto that resistor leg there, or to Gary. pin 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then so 11. So that there should go to Gary pin 11. So we turn the meter on to continuity and get onto that first pin here. And it's somewhere down there, won't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So that's a good trace, which is a good sign. This is where the main damage was. So the next one, which was here, so we'll just click it, goes to the resistor 101 here, which was the 1, 2, 4th one along. So we'll just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. There you go. So that's all good as well. So this is looking good up to now. The last one, which is this yellow one here, which is turned green, goes to this wire here. So I presume it's that wire. No, it's that wire there. So again, another good trace. It's all looking good. It doesn't look too bad. The last one here, because I know the other one is ground, goes to the third resistor. Which it does. So that ore checks out well around the area, which is good. Now, I do have some solder mask I can put down over these bits, but I want to clean it up a bit more. I'll show you the solder mask now. Is here. It's this green. You see it there? So it's this green UV solder mask. Basically, you put it on and you get the UV light, and it just dries and goes hard. Basically, so that will finish the board off and solder it mask off. But I think what we're going to do now, we're just going to give it a quick brush off, and I'm going to power it on, guys, and test it. Okay, see what it does. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so looking at this now, doesn't seem to be working that well. Okay, so when I turn it on, all I get is a black screen. Nothing, nada. So we need to look at this a bit more closely, especially around this area here where we had the damage. So let's get back under the microscope and have a look and probe around. So I've been probing around and I think I've found something. See this capacitor here? This C12, I think it is. What it should do is should have continuity between here and there, which I have. And then on that side, obviously, should be the ground. But if you look here, I've got a straight short there, so that's not good. So if you look at this cap here, it looks like it's damaged here. So obviously I've got continuity against both of them, so that isn't good. So what I'm going to do is just cut that cap here now with this leg. And I'm going to check from here to there to see if the continuity is still there. Hopefully it should go. So we'll get some snips and we'll just cut that cap out. So I'm just going to clean that off a bit and see if we can see anything else going on here. Okay, so we managed to get these capacitor legs out. They're a bit of a pain, and we're going to stick a new cap through there now. I've checked online, it was just a 100 NF, so I'm just going to get one and pop that in place and then solder it from underneath. If you remember before, when this cap was in place, we had continuity from, what we need is continuity from this pin here to that pin, which we've got. But then what we don't need is it. So that's fine. What we don't need is to the ground here, which now we don't have. So we've got the microscope here, and I've been looking around the board. You can see here, we've got a break in the track there, so we need to get that repaired. You can just see the break across there. So let me show you where we're up to. We rebuilt this area, like I said. We replaced this capacitor. We sorted out that short, because obviously we had the short here, so we changed this cap here. I've since cleaned up all this area here and cleaned off this more. I've repaired the track here, etc. And this is what we get now. I turn it on. Unfortunately, it's black and white, but I've put the Diag Rom in it, which you can see. And it's all looking pretty promising. If you want to know how to burn these Diag Roms, then post me a link below and I'll show you a video how to do it. It's quite an interesting thing, but you can see now Diag Rom is booting. Although it being in black and white, it's on colour in the screen here. So why that is, I have no idea. But as you can see, it boots the Diag Rom fine. And if I had the keyboard plugged in, I'm sure I could select those. So let's just pop the main ROM in and see what we get off that. So be back in a minute. Okay, so we've got the ROM in and we're just going to power it on. Now we've got a white screen, which looks good. And we've got no white screen. Obviously, it's going to take longer to boot because there's no floppy drive in or keyboard. But hopefully we should get, there you go, the screen. And it's animated as well, so it is working. Looks like it's going to work, guys. So what we're going to do is we'll get all this masked off, like I said before, and we'll get it back together, and we'll do some proper tests. So see you soon, guys. So at the moment, I'm happy with how this has looked. You can see here where we changed this capacitor, and also here where we bridged this track here that was broken. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some of this UV mask here. So I'm happy with this, how it's turned out. So what we're going to do now is just bear with me. I'm going to get it built up in the case so we can give it like a proper test, so to speak. So just listen to some music while we get that sorted. Okay, you may ask why I put no screws in it. It's because I've got more plans to go with this, so I just wanted to quickly get it together so we could get this video ended for a start and see how it goes. Obviously the keyboard needs a good clean, the whole unit needs a good clean, so that will be getting done, don't worry about it. And next video we may be carrying on with this because I've got like a lot of parts that have arrived over there to go in this, and it's going to be good, I think. So the main thing is now is to get this tested again. Now it's together, and what we're going to do, I'm going to try a load a game on it. I've got this game here, cracking game, Syndicate. I'm sure you Amiga guys all know this game. $14.99 bargain price. So all we need is disc 1, which is here, and probably disc 2 we need as well. So we'll just get those couple of discs out and we'll get this plugged up and we'll see how it goes. So just bear with me, guys. So I'm hoping now that this is all going to work. I've plugged the video catcher into an RF output, so it should get, well, not RF output, but through a modulator converter, so it should hopefully get a colour screen now, which I think I've got. I've got the mouse plugged in. It had this one in. It looks like it's loaded already, so fingers crossed. There you go. So we'll select English. So that's it. I now have a working Amiga. So you're going to see this, guys, at the Yorkshire Amiga meets. Hopefully it's going to be a bit more different because it should all be cleaner. And also I've got some mods which I'm working on next. So all the bits are built for the mods. We just need to get them installed and upgraded. But one point I didn't think it was going to work. I mean, I shouldn't have bought it really, should I? But it's safe now. Good old Amiga. So looks like we've got a working Amiga 500 Plus, which is great news for me because I'm now a proud Amiga owner. So thanks for watching, and if you're here for the first time, hit that like button, drop me a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this. So I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye.